Alright guys, we are here with my weekly what sold video. I'm going to let you know what I sold this past week on Depop, Mercari, Poshmark, and eBay. I did have a pretty good week of sales despite a couple of slow days. I did do a couple of things in order to make more sales. So I'm going to share on how I did that in this video. So if you like reseller content and you haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing so. I do 3 videos a week, what sold videos, hauls, and thrift with me's. Mostly, every once in a while I do something else like some consignment hauls or consignment type videos where I'm taking things in and showing you how much I get for them. So we are going to get into this. Before I do want to ask you guys, if you guys do YouTube or anything like that, I'm trying to figure out a way, and I know I asked this in a past video, but I forgot to write it down. I want to put myself in a little screen or a little bubble, and I want to keep myself on the screen the entire time. I tried for half an hour this morning searching around, but I have things to do. It's 9:15. I still haven't taken my pictures. I have inventory to put away. I still haven't worked out, and I still need to shop. So right now this morning, I don't have time to do this. But the one video I was trying to do was on Canva, but it just wasn't working. I don't know. I like had myself in a bubble, and then I would pull out the window, and that would block me. And so I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. So I can do some more research myself, but I figured I'd ask you guys if you guys know of a way where I can screen record everything I'm doing, but keep myself on the screen in a little bubble. Please let me know. Okay, so we are going to get into this. Here's my YouTube search. You can see up here. And we're going to show you what I sold. Let me go back to Depop. I only had one sale on Depop. And let me just make myself smaller. And earlier when I was trying to screen record, it wasn't working to pull it up. So, oops, we will see if we can get it this time. It was only one purse. Okay, sold. I sold this green purse. This was another one of those free people purses. This one sold for $49. I got these at a local store for $17 on sale. Yeah, it's for some reason it's not pulling this up, so I can't show you details. But if you watch my recent what sold videos, no big deal. You know what it looks like. That's literally it on Depop, so slightly depressing. Let's go on to Mercari. A couple of returns, so I'm not going to show those. I sold these Harley boots, but I feel like I sold those last week and I talked about them and they just haven't rated me yet. So hopefully they will do that soon. So let me show you the 2 others that I did sell. And one was a pair of Dansko shoes for $42, which was my full asking price. These were a pair of size 37. They were called the Calista. They were a Mary Jane style, which is still very popular. They were in excellent condition. I'm not picking up all Danskos anymore. I'm really trying to look at the style either by using Google Lens or by using the style number on the inside of the shoe, looking it up while I'm at the thrift store and making a decision from there. So these ones, actually, never mind. I listed them for $55. They offered me $42. And I went ahead and took that because that's still a great profit for me. And then besides that, I sold this Cole Haan coat. So if you watched my recent consignment video, I bought this for 99 cents to take it into Style Encore. Nope. I tried to take it into Clothes Mentor, and they did not take it because of wear. It did have some pilling. I tried to work on with my sweater shaver for a while, but I still just couldn't get it all off. So I just listed it for $25. It sold for full asking price. I mean, I guess I got it really cheap. I had a small stain. So I still actually made a decent profit, probably close to the $20 profit if I would consider this of what I paid for it, not my average cost of goods. But normally I don't pick up Cole Haan coats or clothing. So, yeah. Let's talk about, we'll do eBay first because eBay I had less on and Poshmark I had more. Before I get into that, I'll talk a little bit about like my title and kind of what I mean by that. So this week I was telling myself after watching some of Tech and Sports videos about just accepting offers. It's a hard balance because I'm picking up things that I want to get a $20 profit on, but then if I have something that I'm just finding pretty consistently at the thrift store and someone offers me $3 less, so I'm earning $17 profit instead of $20, like, should I still take it? Because I'm really trying to get the $20 profit. But if it's only a few dollars less and I can just sell it, get the money, and go back and find it again at the thrift store, why wouldn't I take it? So I told myself I was going to take every offer that was 50%, I mean, not 50, 40% off or less. So if they went past 40% off, unless it was something really old, I wasn't going to take it. This was producing some sales at the beginning, and then I had a couple of really, really slow days. And it was very frustrating because in my slow days, I would see a notification for an offer and I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, because it's been so painfully slow. And then it was like $10 on a 50 and I was like, oh my gosh. So anyway, I've been seeing some videos and just talking about kind of, I say, like for mental kind of stuff with reselling, which I think we need to like work on, is just buyers are going to be the way that they are. They're going to send lowball offers. They're going to send really bad offers. They might lie and open up a return case. They might just get something and decide they don't want it. They might wear the shoes for a party and then they'll decide to return them like they were renting them on eBay. And kind of is just like the theme, the saying is just to let them do that. Do not let them, on the opposite side, affect you. Don't let them get into your head where it makes you like so stressed and mad that it ruins your day. Like, let them open a return case and then just sell it again, because that's what I've been doing. And actually, the second time I've been selling things, sometimes they're selling for more money. Let them send a lowball offer. Who cares? If you don't want to deal with it, you can decline, or you can push counter offer. Who cares if they send a low offer? Like, maybe that's all they can afford. I don't know. Or maybe they're trying to like get it to resell from you, but you don't have to let it affect you. Like, literally, don't waste your like mental headspace and like don't get stressed about something you can't control. You can't control the buyers. You can't control if they're going to send you lowball offers or if they're going to return or if they're going to lie. You can control how you handle things and how you like take it in. And so just let them be how they are and you run your business, because if you let them affect you like that, you're going to be stressed and you're probably not going to make it. You have to have like really thick skin and just don't care. I've lived my whole life like this. I don't care what people think. I mean, a little bit, but like for the most part, I don't let people stress me out. I don't get stressed very easily. I'm just like, what's the point? So what? Like, I don't have to let this stress me out. So anyway, that's my little spiel. Let me know what you think of that. Okay. The 3rd through the 9th. First up, Lucchese boots. Here is a great example. I already sold these. I sold them again for $140. Last time I thought they were women's and I sold them as women's. The person got them, tried them on and said, these are way too big. These are obviously men's. And I was like, oops. So I got them back. She returned them. They were still in the same condition. Here's what the brand looks like and how it's spelled. Definite big bolo. Pick them up. Men's 8.5 sold for $140. I'm so happy with that. Next up was a Match Point LA Fix Sun Relaxed type top. This sold for $27. This was a brand I've never heard of, but I looked it up because it was linen. It was also new with tags, and it was kind of a lag and look type of brand. So that was a pretty decent sale there. Pretty soon, maybe next month or March, linen's going to start doing better. Next up was a Lug cosmetic case set. This sold for $21. I got this with a whole bunch of other stuff that I got from Lug off of a Goodwill new rack, and it's slowly been selling. Next up was a Free People Movement Sherpa jacket. You might have seen me pick this up recently in a Thrift With Me video. This sold for my full asking price of $42. It was a women's extra small, and it was a black Sherpa. It was called the Scenic Route Sherpa, and here's the model picture. It did have pretty decent comps on average. This item sold extremely quickly. This was a men's North Face Thermoball jacket. This sold for $47. I love selling the Thermoball style. They usually have that grid little type pattern. And then you will be able to see on the side, it'll say Thermoball. So this one was actually called an Eco Shirt Jacket, but it did really good. It sold in a day. You are seeing a couple of men's items here, and usually I give men's items to my brother, but I've been not thrifting very well this week, so when I'm finding good men's items, I'm just listing them if I need to for my 12 a day that I'm trying to list. Next up was a Grayson polo. This can be a good men's golf brand to be on the lookout for. This one had like an animal wolf type print on it, so like kind of wild, but I feel like that made it more valuable, and that sold for $36. Next up was a pair of Eileen Fisher pants that only sold for $9. These were definitely an old pair. They were a women's size small. They were navy blue, side zip, linen. I would not pick those up again. If you guys see things for like $15 to $10 and under, I would suggest do not get that stuff, because it sat for a really long time for me. If it's that low, because that means I had to constantly mark it down. I don't buy things and start them at $10. If it's that low, that means I've had it for a really long time. Next up was a pair of Rock Revival jeans that sold for $42 with my coupon. These were in a size 32. They were the Betty bootcut jeans, and they did pretty good. They sold really quickly. I sold this vintage Disney shirt in a women's size large for $6.25 with a coupon. So that one was sad. This is when I used to pick up like every vintage Disney that I could find because I'm obsessed with Disney, and especially vintage Disney, but it is not all worth that much. So sad for that. I sold these Democracy jeans for $6.56. These were a pair of size 12 Absolution skinny jeans. For a while, I was selling those pretty good. Like, I was selling Democracy jeans every week, but then it just died off, so I am not picking them up anymore. I sold this Joseph sweater for $22.50. This is a really expensive brand, but I've had this for over a year. It's made in Italy. It was a size extra small. It was a wool blend in cashmere. So I don't know why it didn't sell for more, but maybe just not a well-known or desirable brand. Next up was this Indie Gina jacket. The buyer's note, thank you kindly. The shipping costs from the States are very high. So this was an international sale. I sold it for $50. This can be a bolo for sure. Here's what their logo looks like. Reminds me of the Free People Movement logo. Here's what the tag looks like. I've picked up this brand a couple of times and it has done well. So I would suggest picking it up if you find it. Next up, I sold this Garnet Hill top for $16. This was in a size small. It was organic Pima cotton tunic. I've had this for a while. I sold this Maggie Maryland top for $50. This was a brand I've never heard of before, but I found it at the thrift store new with tags. I looked it up and it didn't have a great sell-through rate, but some of the comps were pretty good. Plus it was silk. It retailed for $580. Weirdly, I have no clue. If you've ever heard of the brand, let me know. I sold it for $50. This goes to show you retail means nothing in the resale world. Sometimes. Next up, Anthropologie TLA tank top sold for $10 with a coupon. This was new with tags. This brand does not do good for me. I'd never pick it up anymore. I sold these Driftwood jeans for $29. I've actually already sold these once and they got returned for fit, so I sold them again. These ones are a pair of blue high-rise straight leg jeans. I like selling Driftwood sometimes. Sometimes it can be kind of oversaturated, so check your style. Next up was an Athleta sweatshirt that sold for $24. This was a Tenacity duster. I am 99.9% of the time not picking up Athleta anymore. Very rare pieces, like I found a raincoat that had good comps and a cashmere sweater, but otherwise leaving it behind. You're going to see another bad Athleta sale in my Poshmark sales. Oh, we have a new offer. Should we check it? Okay, these were Grace's. I got these for her for Christmas 1 or 2 years ago. They were actually not her size, but she was trying to squeeze into them. And so I've had them for a while. So I have them listed for $60. They offered $30. So we're going to let them offer a 50% off offer, and I'm not going to get stressed. I'm going to counter offer at $45 because that's still a good discount of $15 off. And we're going to see what they do. Okay, next we have a LL Bean men's coat that sold for $42. This was in a size large tall. It was a wool and cashmere blend, so pretty good material on that. This person bought 2 items cheap. I did combine shipping and I refunded her the difference. There was a pair of Dansko shoes for $7.50, size 9. So this is just like a Dansko style that just doesn't do good. I had a black style as well, and it didn't do as good. And then next up was a J. Crew orange linen relaxed sweater that sold for $11.25. Very rarely am I picking up J. Crew coats. Sweater blazers, wool blazers can still do good sometimes. Next up was a John Mark shirt in a size 1X that sold for $25 with a coupon. Usually I can sell these for more, but I think this one did have a little oil spot. Yeah, right there. And I couldn't get it out, so I went ahead and listed it cheaper. Next up were a pair of women's Justin boots that sold for $30. These ones were in a size 10. I've sold this style before with this like fringe detail up there on the toe, and they do decent, but those ones were kind of worn, so I did have to list them lower. These jeans sold in a day. These are a pair of Brunello Cucinelli jeans in a size 2. They were a pair of loose fit drawstring boyfriend jeans. I listed them and they sold almost immediately. I did list them within the average sold comp price. So they were selling around 100 to maybe 175. So I'm happy with that. I paid $5 for those, which is nuts. $5 into 140, yes. Next up was a Verlena by John Smedley sweater. I've never heard of this. It sold for $40 with a coupon. I had a friend give this to me at a thrift store, She just didn't want to mess with it. I thought about giving it to my brother, but then I just listed it myself. So that was, I mean, no clue about the brand. Let me know if you've ever heard of it. It says made in England, and it was merino lamb's wool. So a couple of good signs there. Okay, next we have an Eileen Fisher jacket in a size 1X. This sold for $90 with a coupon. This is an amazing sale. I've sold a silk plus size jacket before for a lot of money like this. So even though it's an older tag, it's in a plus size and it's made with this Tussa silk. What is Tussa silk? If you guys know, comment down below. I don't quite know what that is, but that was an amazing sale. Next up, we sold these LuLaRoe jeans for $21 with a 20% off coupon. I don't pick up these anymore. These are in a size 42. They were a pair of high-rise skinnies. Glad to get rid of old inventory. I sold this Eileen Fisher vest pretty quickly for $45 with a coupon. This was a gold quilted nylon puffer vest. Really cute style. Sold probably in about a week. I sold this J. McLaughlin dress in a size small. This was a midi red and blue kind of beachy tropical cotton dress. My J. McLaughlin dresses have been selling around $30 to $35 fairly quickly, so take that with what you will. Here's an athleta piece that actually did good. See, these sold for $42 with a coupon. I looked them up at the thrift store because they were cargo. They were size extra large, and then there was a little tag right here, and it says July of 2024 or holiday of 2024. That's when they were put out. So they were from this year. They were the Venice high-rise cargo pants, and they sold extremely quickly. So if you can find things that are newly released and a good style, still check, but it could be worth buying it. Next up was this origami Vivian vest that sold for $13.50. I picked this up a while back because I thought it was a cool style. We don't know why I did that, and that was not a good idea. Here's a pair of, oh, nope, that's from the second. That's it for eBay. Okay, let's go on to Poshmark. Poshmark, what I did yesterday, and you're going to see a lot of low sales here at the beginning, is sales were really slow. I went into my Prime Lister. I selected all of my listings, and I sent out 30% off offers. It resulted in a lot of sales. I'm trying to think of how many per day. I don't have my little chart pulled up right now, but it was, I think, 27 sales in one day. So definitely worked and definitely helped bring me up, and I did almost meet my goal of how much money I wanted to make per day. So you guys could try that sometime if you want. Prime Lister makes it really easy. Select all your listings, put how much you wanted to take off for percentage, and send it out. There is a link down below for my Prime Lister coupon code if you want to try it and get a percentage off for your first month. First up, I sold these Veja shoes. Veja. How do you say it? Veja? I don't know. Anyway, size 7, neutral, V10, animal print. These were the ones that kind of had like this back heel. You could tell that was kind of like not very smooth. I did mention that in the description. They still sold within a few days for $40. So I was pretty happy about that. This is still a pretty trendy shoe brand. So yay. Next up is this bundle of 2 items, and I actually don't have this Duluth trading shirt. I actually just sent it to ThredUp, and apparently I forgot to delete it off of Poshmark. So messaging the buyer, asking her what she wants instead. It was a Duluth shirt and a caddy sweater, earning $12.80. Not exciting. Next up is a pair of Tony Lama boots that sold for $55. This was a return, and then I sold them again. These were a men's size 9 double E, which I think is pretty narrow. Diamond, Western, cowboy, pull on. That's all keywords that you can use. It says Tony Lama on the bottom of there. And then I think I said it on the inside as well. So that is a Bolo brand. I sold these Keen shoes for $25. A lot of Keens are not doing well anymore, so make sure you look at your style. Size 7, these are the brown Alina boots. They kind of had like this suede look. I did use Gorpcore hiking, kind of Western, because it did give me a little bit of Western vibes. So that was an okay sale. Next up was this Anthropologie dress that was new with tags, and it sold for $11. It wasn't a size small. I could not find a stock photo, which maybe could have helped. I had this thing freaking forever, so goodbye. Someone else can have it for $11. Maybe they can sell it for more than me. I literally don't care. Next up was this Anthropologie Fleurit tank top. I got this thinking it was a very cute Y2K cami style. Also did not do good. $9. So some people were getting some great deals on expensive brands. I sold these Athleta pants in a size 24. These were the Brooklyn ankle pants, which used to do So good for me. And then they just fell off. These ones were in a plus size and they sold for $9. So don't pick those up, would be my suggestion. Anthropologie Maeve sweater sold for $12. Women's orange chunky knit pullover sweater. Goodbye. Next up, we have a pair of Democracy jeans. These were a size 8. Animal print. This was when Mob Wife was huge when I bought these. I was thinking this would very much go with the aesthetic. Nobody wanted them. $5. Hey, but all this adds up. But still, I wouldn't normally source like this. But this is a good way to get rid of old inventory. This is a newer item. This is a Spanx sweatshirt. It wasn't a size extra large. It was called the Dolman oversized sweatshirt. I think it was just something like that. Sold for $29. I was really countering, trying to get $33 out of her because that $33 is kind of like my magic number on Poshmark, based on my average cost of goods in order for me to get the $20 profit. And after I counted it, I waited for like half an hour and she didn't, because she was going back and forth with me right away and then she didn't take it. And so I just went back in and did the match buyer's last offer and she accepted it. So I was like, maybe I should have accepted at the beginning because what if she didn't by then and she found something else? So I'm glad I did because it's still really close to my $20 profit. Next up was a packed dress in a size small. This sold for $12. I don't have as much luck with packed as I used to, or I feel like other people do, at least for how much I can sell it for. So I probably wouldn't pick up that again. This was a rare sale for me. This is a Pottery Barn duvet cover. So this was on the new rack, and I don't even normally look at linens, but maybe I should. If you guys sell bedding, linens, things like that, comment down below. Tell me beginner's guide. What should I look for? What's an easy way to spot quality? So this, because of the print, I was like, oh, this is so cute with the bird print. And I thought maybe it's Pottery Barn. I took it off the rack and I just did a Google Lens search, and sure enough, it was. Looked it up. Comps were amazing. So I listed it for 100. Somebody offered me 75. And I was like, yes, please. So made in Israel. It was so cute. I would love to start selling more of that, but I just am not. I have no knowledge on it. But I was really happy with that sale mixed in with all these crappy ones. Here's a pair of Boston Proper pants that sold for $14. Some people were like, oh, the travel stuff from Boston Proper does so good. No, it doesn't. Not for me. So I'm not picking up that anymore. I need to like stop listening to other people and like do my own research. Athleta leggings, $7. These were new with tags. Athleta is pathetic. These were the ultimate 7/8 camo type. Retailed for $89. Sold for $7. Nobody wants them. Athleta is not that trendy. Next, St. John cardigan sweater. This was a good sale. This one sold for $52. This was a blue purple knit, just like full zip cardigan sweater. I love selling St. John. I feel like it sits for a little while sometimes, but it usually, with the classic cardigans and jackets, it sells for a good high price. So I was happy with that. Next up were a pair of Spanx pants that sold for $25. These were in a size 2X. They were navy blue and they were the perfect pant. So most of the skinny stuff from Spanx is not selling that good for me anymore. I would not pick up these again. I would look for the flare or the boot cut or the wide leg style from Spanx, even in the larger sizes. Next up, I sold these pair of Keen shoes for $11. These were in a size 8. These were the Toya shoes. I've had these for a really long time, and somebody finally bought them for $8. How can I get my Poshmark so I don't have to scroll all the way down every time? Next up was a Lululemon sweatshirt that sold for $19. This was an ombre spell out oversized pullover sweatshirt. I don't know. With all of these sales, some of them I'm like, okay, I know why they didn't sell for what I was asking for. That one, I feel like that's kind of trendy, but Lululemon is just very, very oversaturated. Next up was a Talbot skirt that sold for $19. This was new with tags in a plus size. I felt like it was kind of retro and pinup, and it was cute, but apparently it wasn't that cute because it took a long time to sell. The video, this like theme of this video is crappy items that I've had forever. Next up is a pair of Democracy jeans in a size 8. These are a pair of Absolution high-rise slim leg, $11. Don't pick those up, guys. Leave them behind. Next, we have a pair of Alexander McQueen shoes. I got these a long time ago, I think in a ThredUp designer box. I couldn't really get them that clean. They were in a size 37 or a 7, and they sold for $31. Alexander McQueen can be a bolo, but I think these were just too worn. And they just didn't do that good, so... next up, a pair of Mother jeans that sold for $16. These were skinnies. The Vamp Fray Skinny with the busted knee. This style in Mother doesn't do that good for me. I would not pick them up again. If they were a skinny without distressing and maybe a larger size, I probably would. But just all that stuff together made it not very good. Next up was a bundle for $20. It was a soft surroundings kimono right here. A women's pair of Nike large shorts. Why did I buy those? No one knows. And a pair of Can jeans in a size 31 because I watched this girl who does really good selling jeans on eBay and she's like, oh, I always sell these for like $25 or $30. Well, I didn't. I sold them for really cheap. So we got rid of that stuff. I sold this Bowden jumpsuit for $14. This was in a size 6 petite. It was navy blue. I felt like it was cute, but jumpsuits don't do that good for me. I have a hard time selling jumpsuits. Let me know about you guys. Do you guys have a hard time with jumpsuits? After that, this is all still from yesterday. I sold this Citron Santa Monica top for $6. This was silk. I like picking up this brand, but I feel like it has to be a larger size and it has to have some patterns or designs. They're not known for solid color shell tank tops. The kimonos tend to do better, or like the tunics. So we're done with that. I know what I can do after I finish yesterday's sales. I sold this Democracy pair of jeans in a size 12. These ones sold for $12. I don't need to keep showing you this stuff because it's not stuff I want you to look for. So you don't really need to be studying the tags. But hopefully this is teaching you something. These are a pair of Silver Lake jeans. Silver Lake jeans are actually like pretty expensive. I don't know if it's because of the wash of these. They were a very, very dark wash, almost black. Actually, they were black. I'm so stupid. For some reason, I thought they were dark blue. And they were size 24, so like a really small size. So I would not say to never pick up Silver Lake because it can do good. I don't know. I just didn't have good luck with this particular sale. So that's all right. Next, I sold these Athleta pants for $14. These were the black Chelsea utility cargo. I used to do good with these. Not anymore. $14. Okay. After that, are we still in January 9th sales? Yesterday was my son's birthday, Ryan. He's 17 now, so I'm getting old. This was a J. Crew sweater in a size extra small. This was a pink fisherman's knit sweater. Actually, though, fisherman is supposed to be like a new trendy core or like style. Maybe because this one was pink. I don't know. But like the fisherman's knit, look it up on Pinterest or look it up on Google. Fisherman style 2025 or something like that. I don't know. I heard it's trendy. But apparently that didn't. Maybe that kind of fell into the trend, but I don't know. Next up was a vintage Winnie the Pooh Disney sweatshirt that sold for $24. For some reason, the plus size vintage Disney with Winnie the Pooh does good. I don't know why. Okay, I don't want to be rude. I'm not being rude. Okay. People in these Disney groups that are plus size, when they ask if they can like fit in rides and stuff, they call themselves Pooh sized. So do you think of that? Like I'm really not trying to be rude, but I'm like, because they're like, oh, because Pooh's, round and cute. And there's certain rides where like you have to be a certain size to fit in. So do you think that like correlates? Anyway, let me, $24. Let me do something so I can filter out all of these January 9th sales. So I don't have to keep going back. So I'm going to end these on the 8th. And then we don't have to see all those. Okay, I don't have to scroll those every time. Next up was a pair of Tory Burch shoes that sold for $100. I really wanted to get more for these, but this was a day where my last 2 or 3 days before this were horrible. Really bad. And I was like, listen, I paid $20 for these. Somebody offers me $100. Yes, I will take that extremely quick profit. These were so cute. I love these shoes. If they were my size, I possibly would have kept them. They were neutral Tory Burch sneakers. Oh, I love those. Okay, next up was a vintage Sag Harbor dress that sold for $25. I got this for style. It didn't do that great. I've had it for a long time. It was wool, but it still sold for $25. So that's a decent profit. Next up were some Converse. These were Grace's old shoes. She cleaned out her closet before Christmas. They sold for $16. I would not pick these up at the thrift store, but I knew I could still get some money out of them instead of her just giving them straight to the Goodwill. Next up, I sold these Dansko shoes for $22. These were a size 10. And they were the Miriam suede tassel shoes. They kind of had too much wear, I think. If these were in more like a new condition, I think I could have got more money for them because the style was good. Next up was this Patagonia kid set. So I did run into a viewer at the thrift store and I found these. So this was a 3T set. They both were priced at $2.99 each. And they were a pair of reversible like ski winter snow outfit. Somebody offered me $50 the next day. So I went ahead and took that because that was a nice quick flip. I try to scan the kids stuff sometimes for like the Patagonia and stuff like that. Next up was this men's Pendleton sweater that sold for $33. This was a washable wool sweater in a size large, navy blue. Somebody took this off the new rack and then put it back, and I was like, I'll take it. And it was a good decision because it sold extremely quickly. I sold these Sorel boots for $40. A ton of Sorel does not do good anymore. So look up your style. These were the Joan of Arctic Wedge 2 with a shearling. So this style can still do good. $40 on those. Pretty quick sale. I was happy with that. After that, I sold this Wrangler Lainey Wilson shirt. This was a very rainbow, bright, colorful Western shirt. I think this girl's a country singer. I don't know because I hate country music and it makes me want to like stab a knife in my ears. But I sold this shirt for $25. I could have got more, I think, but this was in my slow days of sales. Next up was a Gani shirt that only sold for $14. This brand's expensive, but I've had this for a really long time, and apparently nobody wanted it. So it was blue plaid. Let me know if you guys sell this brand recently, how it is done for you. I feel like this video is really long, so I hope you guys have this on while you're like working or something. Next up is a pair of Redone jeans that sold for $15. This brand does not do good for me. I feel like it used to, and now it doesn't. So I would not pick up those again. Goodbye. I sold these Sweet Flex leggings. This is a new to me brand. I found these at my local Goodwill. They reminded me of the brand Skinify, which I've sold a couple of times. They have these resistance bands on them. So if you see any leggings with this resistance band type look, check the brand. These ones sold really quickly for $35. That also set it on the top back. So I was happy with that. Next after that, I sold these Free People jeans for $20. These were the penny pull-on, which I feel like used to do better for me. But they're kind of oversaturated at this point. So I took an offer of $20 for those. I sold this vintage Mickey & Co. sweater for $21. Oh, this is so cute. But it wasn't like super valuable. So sad. Guess what, guys? I have $82 days until I go to Disney again. Yay, I'm going in April. Next up was this Bowden's dress that sold for $33. This was a size 14 women's white Zoe linen embroidered dress. I just picked this up recently. It was a great sale. I had it listed for higher, but I countered back to that profit that I need, and she accepted it, so I'm glad for that. This was amazing. This helped my week. I sold a bundle for $350. Here's another pair of Silver Lake jeans, so they don't all do bad. So let me show you what the sales were in here. A pair of Silver Lake jeans. So these ones were the mica baggy loose fit, obviously a better style. A North Face brown Sherpa teddy coat, very cute, very on trend. An Aviator Nation white sleeveless sweater. I love picking up that brand. And a Goldie maxi skirt, very trendy and cute. I've had this for a long time. A Banana Republic new with tags blazer, which I sold and it got returned to me, and I sold it again. And then weirdly, a pair of Miss Me jeans. I feel like the Miss Me jeans don't go with all of this, but maybe she likes them. So that was so exciting to me. That was a $350 bundle. That is the biggest bundle I've had in a really long time. So praise for that. For real, praise God. I try, like when I make really good sales or I find really good things in the thrift store, I'm like, thank you, God, because it is not luck. There's no such thing as a thrift God. If you guys think that's false, there's no such thing as karma, or there's no such thing as manifestation. God provides us what we need, and then we need to use that money to bless others and like to do good with it because it's all His anyway. So anyway, that was an amazing sale. Next up was a J. Jill dress that sold for $26. This was new with tags in a size extra large. I really wanted to get more for it, but I've had this for probably at least 6 months, so I just went ahead and let it go. I sold a bundle for $20 of a Peruvian Connection shirt, which don't do that good, and a pair of pants. These were actually, I felt like they should have done better because they were a Pima cotton and they were high rise, like loungy, relaxed, but they didn't. They sat for a really long time. So somebody got a nice Peruvian bundle. This was a great sale. These are a pair of Brooks shoes that sold for $70. These were a women's size 8, and they were the Ghost 15 running shoes. So I feel like the higher the number, the newer the style. Is that right? They were kind of a more rare print, I think, with that animal print kind of on the bottom, or whatever you want to call that. I don't know, but they did great. So make sure you look up your styles in the Brooks because some can really be worth a lot of money, like those ones. Next up is a pair of Judy blue jeans that sold for $16. These were in a size 29. They were a pair of crop capri fit, so not the best style or size. Next up after that, we sold a Karen Millen dress for $33. This was a size small, white ribbed maxi dress, possibly new without tags. I just found this recently at the thrift store, so I was glad for a quick sale. Next, I sold this Anthropologie Pilcro jeans for $11. These were a pair of high-rise black flare jeans. Yeah. Even the newer Pilcro tag does not do good for me. Okay, guys, last sale, I think. Oh my gosh, we are still on. You have got to be kidding me. Are you guys tired of me yet? Is this still sales? No, this can't still be sales from past the 3rd, can it? Oh, this is January 4th. Okay, let's keep going. Dooney & Burke purse, $65. This was from a ThredUp DIY designer box or possibly a name brand handbag box. I've had this for probably 9 months. It finally sold. It was a very Y2K style. So I'm glad somebody got it, and $65 is still a good price. I felt like I already talked about this last week, but I guess not. Oh my gosh. Eileen Fisher sweater, women's petite large purple open cardigan. I just picked this up at a thrift store. It sold for $33 very quickly, so I was happy about that. You know what I think is going on here? First of all, let me get rid of some of these again. What date was that from? The 4th. Let's just do the 4th. Okay. Oh, I think what happened is last Friday, because usually on the first Friday of the month, I drop prices on Poshmark, and this is eBay. So maybe I started a sale. I don't know. Or I just had good sales, I guess. These are a pair of Lululemon size 6 gray camo Align 28 inches incognito leggings. The Align leggings can do good. They go down a little bit in the back. That's how you can tell. Those ones sold for $30. Next up, I sold this Rachel Comey shirt for $38. This was in a size extra small. It was a peach oversized tunic top. Don't get the Target collaboration, but the regular one can still do pretty good. After that, I sold another pair of redone jeans for $15, so do not recommend. These ones were even new with tags, and they sat for so long with hardly any interest. I sold these Goldie jeans for $28. These were a pair of Jamie distressed jeans. They were straight leg, but they were in a size 24, so I think that made them a little bit harder to sell. $28 is still decent, but obviously I would like to get a little bit more. After that, I sold this bundle for $32. They were a pair of Athleta black headland hybrid moto pants and a pair of can jeans that were new with tags in a size 29. They were called the Newport High Rise Mom Jeans. So those were 2 old items that I got out. Okay, this is Poshmark. I'm so stupid. I said eBay. Every Friday, I drop prices by 10% for closet clear out. And so you're seeing that plus yesterday when I sent out 30% offers. That's why my Poshmark was like crazy this week. Lacoste sweatshirt sold for $25. This was a women's quarter zip, size large, pullover gray sweatshirt. Now I feel like I have to rush. These are a pair of Judy blue jeans that sold for $12. They were in a size 14W, high-rise wide leg. They had a stain on them. If they didn't have a stain, I would have been able to sell them, I think, for like $30 or $35. So I still made a little bit of money, so I'm happy with that. I sold this J. Crew blazer for $40. So this is an item I would pick up from J. Crew. This is in a size 6. It's the Park wool jacket. Very classic, very pretty. $40 on that. Next after that, I sold these Clark's shoes for $19. These were new with tags. I got a different pair of Clark's shoes that were new that actually sold pretty quickly, but these ones sat for a longer time. Not really a desirable style, I feel like. Maybe more like for a cute little grandma. But I don't think grandmas are shopping on Poshmark. Next up was a bundle for $50. It was an Alice and Olivia older style dress. This brand Samso jeans, a pair of Lululemon leggings, and a pair of Free People jeans. So those were all just older items that I moved out. I sold these Judy blue shorts for $14. These were in a 3X. They were a pair of pull-on denim shorts. Maybe they would have done better if I would have had them listed at my full price in spring summer, but that's not really how I do things. I sold these Revice jeans for $10. These were the Star Patch jeans in the back, which have tended to been good for me in the past, but these ones were like a straight leg instead of a flare. But even the flares don't do that good for me anymore. So pass on those if you see them. I sold these Chico's pants for $9. These were a pair of size 6 floral linen high-rise crop. I felt like they were artsy and cute and linen, but I cannot sell Chico's for the life of me. Let me know if you guys have any luck with that. Another Aviator Nation top. This one was purple. This one sold for $55. Definitely be on the lookout for this brand. It is a bolo. Some items can do better than others, but I love it. I love selling it. So that was good. I sold a bundle for $35. This was to a viewer, and she talked about me sharing my faith and how she appreciates it. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I did not iron that or steam it. It had some flaws. It didn't have a belt. It was a Patagonia shirt, a Peruvian Connection jacket, a New with Tags Free People dress, and then a Fate New with Tags top. This could be stuff like cute for like yourself. I hope you didn't buy this stuff to resell. I mean, maybe you could do better than me, but that was just some bad items that I shouldn't have thrifted. Oh my gosh, you guys are going to kill me. I still have so many things to show you. If you guys stick around to the end, leave me a comment. I feel like you have to be like my for real viewers. A Goldie size 26 blue pinch skinny jeans, $20. A Goldie skinny jeans do not do that well for me anymore. Okay. We're going to keep going, guys. After that, Spring Step shoes, $9. Spring Step red leather heels, slip-on, artsy. I can do better with this brand sometimes, but for some reason, these ones did not sell. I feel like the La Artiste by Spring Step tends to do better. So, yeah. Next up are a pair of Abercrombie & Fitch jeans that sold for $17. These ones were a size 37, 24, and they were the mom high-rise in Curve Love, but these have become extremely oversaturated, so I don't hardly pick up any of them anymore unless they're new, or I don't know, they'd have to have like something really going for them. Next up are a pair of Democracy jeans that sold for $16. I'm glad I'm getting rid of so many of these this week. Size 14, high-rise skinny, another sale, and another pair of Democracy jeans. What do we have next? An Alley Miles top for $18. This is in a size large. I like to pick this up in the plus size, although even the plus size isn't moving that fast for me anymore. So I got to revisit that, and I got to check that out and see what's going on with the brand and the resale market. Next up are a pair of Fry Mules that sold for $43. Finally, a good sale. These were in a size 6. They were black leather harness. They were the Lori style boots. Very cute. Fry can do well still. Just check your style. I sold these J. McLaughlin sleeveless sweater vest for $11. Lately, all that's been doing good for me is the dresses. So I would say be careful with the brand. Even though it's expensive, not everything does good. I sold these Peruvian Connection pants for $20. Brown velvet skinny pants. That was when I found a whole bunch of Peruvian Connection at a store. After that, I sold this Wanakomi. How do you say this brand? Size small, brown, gray, green, warm cow neck sweatshirt. This is expensive. This is not doing that well anymore. The last 2 or 3 that I've bought and sold have only sold for $20 to $25, so I have been leaving it behind when I see it at the thrift store. I sold this Anthropologie TLA tank top, another one for $10, new with tags. Not buying the brand anymore, at least not with stuff like that. We have to be getting close. Okay, praise. We're on my last item. Judy blue jeans, 28, size 18 or $18, high-rise distressed skinny jeans. And that's it for my sale, you guys. I can't, oh my gosh, 45 minutes. I hope you guys don't mind this. Let me tell you my numbers. I got them ready this time, so I'm prepared. Whew. But I made a lot of good money, so you know what? I'm happy with that. Depop, a very pathetic $28.33. This is after fees, after cost of goods. Mercari, $52.10. eBay, $604.69. Poshmark, $1,198.04. Obviously, had the most Poshmark sales. So I would suggest doing that. Use whatever automation you use. If you don't have one, use Prime Lister. Send out big offers when sales are slow. Drop prices on closet clear out. You should make sales. My total profit for the week was $1,883.16. I divided that by 7 because in order to make $100,000 profit in a year, I need to make $275 a day. I made $269.02 a day. So we're close. I have that goal, like, I think I can reach it, but it's going to be tough. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Even if I don't, it's still going to keep me, like, doing really good and, like, being really careful at the thrift store, only buying, like, certain types of pieces. So anyway, guys, that's my video. I need to be done because you guys are probably ready to go do something else. Or maybe you just had it on the background and that's okay. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend full of good sales and fun times with whatever you're doing. Going to my nephew's basketball game, thrifting, going out to eat, going to church, just my normal stuff. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.